I say hello and then I just wandered off. Well, if you can't guess what I'm making, I could have a job on one of them TV shows. Yes. Cupcakes. Wow, just total blank then. I am using my vegan recipe because I want it to stay fluid, and I can't sell goat's milk cupcakes to someone who wants vegan cupcakes, so I just make them vegan and then everybody's happy. So yeah, alright, cool. Forgot me gloves, and I've got music going on in the background, so whether or not you can hear me is a different matter. I might actually even turn that down a bit. I don't know, you might not appreciate Marilyn Manson quite as much as I do. Although, why you wouldn't appreciate Marilyn Manson is beyond me, you know. Alrighty, so I don't even know why I'm filming this bit because it's pretty basic, but what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to split this into 2 batches. I'll make it up as one, and then I'll split it into 2 and colour it and put fragrance in it because I want to make vanilla and chocolate cupcakes. So yeah, so you know, milk, just regular old lye. It's all room temperature. I made this up and then went down and did some shopping because I had to get piping bags because I had none. I used them all on my candles the other day. So, yeah. I just used the cheap ones. If I could find some cheaper ones, I'd be even happier. Oh, well, that would help if that was actually plugged in. That's because I had the light on last night when I was cutting soap. Bit of a scrape down on the sides. Oh, see, the bad part about having music going on in the background is I might start singing and you don't want that. No, seriously, you really don't want that because my singing will make the camera break. Alrighty, that's probably not quite mixed up. Well, this doesn't have to stay overly fluid. Not for this part anyway. For the piping it will, so I'm going to have to be extra careful with that. What I will do is I will redo my recipe a smidge, because this one has got a lot of rice bran in it, and rice bran tends to accelerate, so I will dial back the rice bran for the piping. Actually, I think the last time I did piping I used palm, olive and coconut, that was it. So, which makes it's a beautiful consistency to pipe with, but it's kind of boring to soak with, not to soak with, to wash with. Although these cupcakes pretty much I think will be won't be getting used for washing. I think they're mostly for display. I've got a girl who wants to buy a couple of cupcakes every week. She's got an antique cupcake stand apparently, and wants to fill it with soaps. So yeah, so it got me motivated to do this, because I've been putting it off, just not for any reason other than I'm lazy. That's it, just because I'm lazy. Alright, this one is vanilla and is having nothing in it other than just the vanilla fragrance, which I adore. I use this stuff everywhere. I've got it in my body wash. Homemade body wash, yay! Yeah, got it in my body wash. I have it in, what else have I got it in? My lotion. And what else have I got it in? I never know. I've got a perfume, like a mist. It's not perfume because it's not made with actual perfume. Like, perfume's ridiculously complicated, so yeah, and so I love it. This is cacao powder. I even bought the organic stuff. Am I good? This will just give it a sort of a nice colour and texture and smell. How this rice bran really just makes this so thick so quick. Yeah, as much as that's a good money saving idea, it's I'm beginning to think it's not a good idea on a soaking level, because you know this is a vegan recipe. This has got no milk. It is wood discounted, but where's the but still, it shouldn't get this thick this quick. So yeah, it's got to be the RBO, I reckon. But that's okay. Oh, that smells delicious. That is fudge brownie, and I swear it's so nice. I mean, I like the chocolate milk from where did I get the chocolate milk from? Oh, that might have been from Aussie Candle Supplies. This is too thick. I'm not happy with this at all. Honestly, not happy, Jan. Not happy, Jan. Not even remote. Can you get out of the way, cat? Oh no, you're dying of starvation. Oh, to be a cat. Seriously, would that not be the best thing ever? You walk in the kitchen, you'd say, food, and you get fed. Well, I knew they'd do that. It's because I had everything so neat. Yeah, this is definitely just a pain in my ass. Because this is going to look like shit. I'm just not happy. Not even remotely happy. I'm not even going to do those other ones because they're just stupid. So I'm way over here where you can't even see me. But seriously, I'm like massively cranky right now. You don't even know. I can't even begin to tell you how massively cranky I am. I hate it when things don't go right because, you know, this is something that actually has a standing order, so I'm going to have to redo them. Forget it. Nearly dropped the F-bomb. That's how cranky I am. Not happy. Because the thing is, what will happen is because this is so thick, when I unmold this, they're not going to have the pretty grooves in them, and they'll just look like crap. I'm cranky. You're all sitting there probably sitting there going, oh, just calm down. But no, I'm not going to just calm down. I'm just cranky now. Whee! Squishy squishies. Bugger. Bloody bugger. You all can just bugger off. Piss off over there. You two can just, I don't even know. I'm so cranky. Look at me, I'm just so cranky. Oh, it's Marilyn Manson, that's what it is. It's Marilyn Manson's fault. Everything's Marilyn Manson's fault, isn't it? I have to adjust this recipe. That's okay. I mean, that's the whole point of trying out new things. Although I'm pretty sure that the last time I used this recipe did not do this. Actually, it didn't. Because the last time I used this recipe, I did the friggin' peacock sweat. Look at this. It just looks like crap. I don't even have words. I'm so cranky. I don't even have words. Right. Just gonna just throw those in the bin. Now, there's really not enough soap here to do that either, is there? Look at this. It's like. It's just like. I don't even know what to do with it. Throw it in the bloody bin. I'm so cranky. I'm just. Ugh. Sorry. I do like this song. Stupid bloody soap. You know, I'm going to post this anyway, even though it's made me cranky and give me the shits. I'm going to post this and show you that shit goes wrong. Regardless of best laid plans, shit goes wrong. Stupid soap. I'll just package it as ugly soap or something, I don't know. I don't even know. Why do my bloody spatulas always fall in there? It's like Murphy's friggin' law. I think I've said that before. That sounds familiar. Have I said that before? Probably. I say a lot. A lot. I mean, it makes sense in one respect why the chocolate went thick, because I put sugar in it, which was the cacao. So that sugar always makes soap accelerate. So that's, you know, but I just don't understand why it just did that when the bloody peacock squirrel one didn't do this. Although I didn't stick blend that very much either, did I? Make that. Come on, go down. Get in there. Whatever. You know what? If the worst comes to it and they look really crap, I'll just use them myself. That's the advantage. Or give them to a friend. Here, friend, have some shit soap. Maybe that's what I should call it. Shit soap. It's a bright colour. And this is vanilla, so it will darken as well. So, well, I assume it will. Haven't done it. Oh, yeah, no, I've done simply vanilla before. Oh, yes, it'll darken. It'll go darker than the chocolate, probably. Get in there. Shove. This is how you make it fit in the mould. You ready? Shove it. Oh, I don't even care at this point now. I'm not even cranky anymore. No, there you go. I'm done. I'm over it. Whatever. I just will make cupcake soaps again tomorrow. Whatever. This is awesome, this song. This is M Black, for those that don't know K-pop, and you should, because K-pop is awesome. I like K-pop because it's very happy music, and it just gets you bopping around, and with my bipolar, sometimes I just can't take negative music or music that, you know, that sometimes I just need mindless boppy music just to get me out of the bad headspace. So get this down in the corners. There's some air bubbles happening, so M Black. Oh, you should see one of the guys in M Black. Holy cow! Look up June Lee. There's a JOONLEE. 2 words. He's not M Black anymore. Oh, Holy cow. I don't care that that makes me a pervy old lady. I don't care. He's actually a really good actor, and his English is surprisingly good. They've got shocking English skills. Alright, so there you go, that's it. That is the shittest cupcakes you will see today. And probably tomorrow, and probably next week, and probably anytime on YouTube, because no one would be stupid enough to post this shit. So there, ta-da! Now listen, if you would like one of these cupcake soaps, because they're so fabulous, you should phone me now. Bye. Hi guys. Sorry about the background noise. I'm doing the washing. I done some candles shortly, so I need to warm the house up. So it's a good excuse to use the dryer. Alright, so I'm not cranky anymore. As you can see, I think you can see, yes you can see, I used my planer to shave down the tops of the soaps because they just looked like crap. And I just thought it would be a good opportunity to show you. This is the vanilla. Now you remember, when I poured them, they look like that. Now you can see the discoloration. So, pretty cool, hey? Anyway, so I've left one that's, you know, still somewhat deformed. So I thought I'd show you how I plane it real quick. It's pretty simple. I mean, there's just a really sharp blade in there. And it just takes slices off your soap. You can see the slices that it takes? They're very, very thin. They're like paper, they're so thin. And yeah, so that's what I've done. Just not only because the tops were all lumpy and stuff, but because when I now go to put the frosting on, they need to be a bit tacky, and not like 80s tacky, but you know, like tacky as in sticky tacky. They need to be a little tacky so that the frosting will stick. Now, the other thing I wanted to show you is I did these probably 10-15 minutes ago. Now look at the chocolate ones. Can you see the difference between these two? I don't know. It's really bad light in here today. It's raining. But yeah, how's that? I mean, that's just 10 minutes of just, I think it's oxidization. I'm not entirely sure what the word is. But yeah, that's just like about 10-15 minutes of sitting in the air. So there you go. Now, I've changed the recipe because I need this to stay, or to trace slowly. It doesn't need to stay liquid, it just needs to trace slowly so that when I get it to the consistency that I want it, it stays that way for a while. So what I have done is I have made up my oils, and then I don't know if you can see, but they're quite cloudy. What I've done is I've chucked them back in the fridge because this has got what's it got? Palm, olive, coconut and sunflower, right? So I had to melt the palm and the coconut down, which I did, and then I added the olive and the sunflower, and it was still reasonably warm. So I've put it in the fridge and have got it back down now to about 20, and then they're starting to cloud back up again. And so you don't want to go much colder than that. I also put my lye in the fridge as well, and that's really cool. So, but yeah, this recipe, I don't know if you can see it because I don't even mind sharing it. I just whipped this one up real quick, just specifically for this. So there you go, have at it. It probably won't be an awesome soap to shower with, but it won't be horrible. But you know, these are really more for decoration than anything else. So, alright, so you will get paused a lot through this because this is a process, and you will see as we go through it that it is a process. So. today? She can't answer me. I suppose you can in the comments. But thank you everyone, by the way. It's been lovely. I've had no one hating. You know, the comments have all been nice and positive, and it's really, really nice. And I've got so many subscribers. I thought I'd get like 10. Oh, I'm stoked. Yeah. It's good. It reinforces that, you know, I love what I do, and it's nice to know that other people like what I do too. Just, you know, I mean, I watch soap videos all the time. I really do. I've never stopped watching soap videos. And, you know, it's, yeah, so obviously you guys like watching mine as well. Alright, I'm going to give that a bit of a buzz. And I also have a couple of little cool things I want to show you as we go through. Well, not a couple, I think I've got one. Yeah, see, this is a very... Oh well, there you go. I've got lots of bubbles in there now. It's very much a wait and see process, because you don't want to reach the consistency that you're going to pipe at with your stick blender, because if you do that, what will happen is it will just keep tracing really fast, and then by the time you get halfway through your piping bag, it's too hard to pipe anymore. So what you need to do is get it to something like this, which is barely trace, right? And then you leave it sitting on the bench. That's it. And then you come back and you stir it 10 minutes later and see what the consistency is. And then if it's okay to pipe, then you start piping. If it's not, you leave it for another 10 minutes. And yeah, it's, like I said, it's a process, but it's the best way I know how to do it. I've tried getting to the consistency that you want it, which is, you know, it looks like whipped cream, and you pull it out and you've got peaks, right? Which is what whipped cream looks like. If you do that, which I have done, it, you know, like I said, it will just go hard in your bag, and you'll have ruined it. So now that recipe that I showed you, what I did was I specifically made this up for a lye that I had master batched, which is why there's another one sitting here on the bench. Can you see that? Yes, you can see that. Oh, look, you can see that too. I've been measuring things. Out in the front yard with a gazebo, measuring things, trying to figure out how to do everything, fit everything. Because I make too much stuff, and I make way more than I sell. So I'll probably stop that one day. Yeah, so I made this recipe specifically for the lye that I'd already master batched, which may seem a little odd, but I didn't want to make up more, because when you make lye, it's really, really hot, and I would have had to wait even longer, and I didn't want to wait. So yeah, and it worked out perfectly actually, because I only did a little 500 grams of oils with this. I've only ended up with this little batch here, which may actually do all of these. I was thinking it might only do half, but looking at it now, I think it's probably going to do all of it. So, but yes. Alright, well, I'm going to leave that now, because that's still a long way from anything, and I'll bring you back in about 10-15 minutes. Right. Okay, back. It's been 15 minutes. Just wanted to show you. You can see it's thicker. There's definitely trace there now, but it's nowhere near where we need to be. So I will leave it for another 15 minutes and see how we go. So there you go. Yeah, you can see. So you can see how it's leaving a little bit of a, you know, when you move it, you can see it on the surface. that's how you determine your trace. So yeah, so it's getting there. It's just nowhere near it yet. I'm going to guess it's going to take at least another half an hour. But oopsie, I've been known to be wrong. So all right, back soon. Okay, it's been another 15 minutes thereabouts. And you can see it's a lot thicker now. Look, you can see as it's way more trace. So we're getting there slowly, but we're getting there. Give it a bit of a mix. That always helps move it along. The bowl is still really cool, so there's not a lot happening there. But yeah, then this should be quite a nice white when it's saponified, because I mean you can see now that it's quite white, and it's got no titanium dioxide or anything in it, so yeah, so I'm a bit happy about that. Alright, whether or not I colour it at any point, I don't know. I thought I was probably just going to do white, but because we've got the mica little trick happening, we'll see. We will see. Alright, so I will bring you back at 5:45 and we'll see how it's going then. It's getting later and later. Back again. It's been shush. It's been 15 minutes. Now look at this. Now you can see the difference. It's getting there. Slowly getting there. But yeah, so you can see how it's becoming more like cream instead of just liquid. No. We're getting there. But see, that's the thing, is that it's taken 15 minutes to get to this point. So when it gets to the consistency that I want it, it'll stay that consistency for like 15 minutes, you know, or more. So that's why we do it this way and do it really slowly rather than just whip it up quick smart to the consistency you want. Okay. Alright, well I'll leave that and I'll come and check it again in 10 minutes or so and see what's happening. Alright. Okie dokie, it's been almost 10 minutes, yeah, about 10 minutes, and we're almost there. Look at this. It's still not holding peaks properly, but it's getting there. Look at that. You know, if I tried to pipe that now, they'd hold their shape for a minute and then they'd just sort of turn to poo. That would just be a sloppy mess. So we're getting there. I mean, it's quite thick to mix. So yeah, so you can see that it's definitely, I think it's only going to need another 5-10 minutes maybe. So if I stood here and stirred it, it probably wouldn't even take that long. But I'm making candles in the background, so I really don't have time to stand here and stir this. What I will do is I will make one more candle and I'll come back and we'll stick with it, I think, until it's ready. So that'll be about probably another 5 minutes. Alright, see you then. Alrighty, back again. Now we're there, pretty much. Look at this. Pretty good, hey? Can you see that? You can. You probably come over a little bit closer. It's pretty good, hey? It's still, you can see it's still not quite holding peaks, so it's not quite ready yet, but it's getting there. So the other thing you can do, if you get to this point and you decide you want to put it in your piping bag and then you go to pipe and it's still not ready, you can just leave it sit in a piping bag for 5-10 minutes and it will still set up on its own without it being mixed. It's not like, you know, it's not going to go massively hard really quickly. So it's starting to hurt. It's getting big. Like me. Oh dear. So I didn't go and vote the other day. We have local council elections. I was just having the worst day ever. I just could not leave the house. Just couldn't people. It was so bad. I those days for quite some time. But I'm good again now. I think I'm going to go with this. Alright, so what I'm going to do is just keep mixing because I said I was going to go with it. Yeah, I know. What I'm going to do, it's got to be ready when that happens, don't you reckon? Alright, I'll show you this little thing. Now, piping looks nice on its own, right? But piping can also look really cool if you do certain things to it, you know, if you colour it, if you use 2-3 different colours, that always looks really good. But if you can just colour just the edges of the piping, I think it looks spectacular. Now, this doesn't always work, so, you know, be forewarned. What I have done here is I have mixed up some mica in probably sunflower oil. This was Grandeur, which is gold, and Latte, which is beautiful chocolatey brown goldy colour, which I will have got in my cart to buy an actual bag, like a proper bag of. That's just a sample. And what I'm going to do now, Iron Man's helped me out today. I have got the nozzle. It's sitting like that, right, and then the bag comes up like this. So when I pour this in, it won't just all shoot out the bottom. So hopefully this also will not. Now what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to pour this in down the side, but I'm only going to do it it's going to be hard for you to see. I don't know if you can see it or not. But what I've done is I've just sort of poured it down, and then I'm going to pour it back out because I don't want a lot in there. Right, so there's just like a line, well, actually there's two because there's a lump and that's pretty cool. Yeah, so there's now a line of mica down the side, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to do it down this side as well. Just going to just make it go all the way down to the bottom. Back up to the top, and that's it. So yeah, so there's now 2 lines of mica that they're only like about that wide, right? So the hope is, I've done it before and it's worked, but you know, I'm on camera now, so it may not. The hope is that when I pipe this, the edges will have the colour on them and nothing else. Alright, so here we go. You'll actually see the mica lines when I take the bag out of the cup. I don't think this is quite ready yet. It's still, I think, might be a little soft, but it'll be alright. We can give it a try, see what happens. Yeah, I've made way too much. I'll probably need twice as many cupcakes, but hey. It's all good. I'll just put it in something and I can use it as, I'll shave it so I can make like a snow soap or something. Something interesting. It's all good. I'm not overly worried. And that should probably do the trick. Let me have a look. Yep, that'll do. Alrighty. Let's get this out of the way. Get this out. We've got a bit of a mess going on here. Yeah, so it's still a little soft, I think, but you can see how the mic is not around the whole entirety of the thing. Yeah, it's definitely a little too soft, I think. But what I can do do that just because it's easier to, when you go around it, it doesn't collapse in on itself. I think that's probably just the easiest way to explain. Oh, I have way too much frosting here, like ridiculous amounts of frosting. So, I always do that. Oh, I'm such a dickhead. Alright, so I don't know if you can see that actually has colours on the tips, but have a go and see what it looks like. Can you see the colour? It's not, it's fairly subtle, but it's pretty. Yeah, that means piping's not that hard. Mine always lean one way. I don't know why. I guess it's just the way that I pipe. I try really hard not to do it, but I usually always find that my piping is lopsided. But I'm also one of those people that cannot draw a straight line to save their life, so if someone said draw a straight line or you'll die, I'll probably die. But yeah, it's very hard. Actually, the colour is on that side. So if I get out of that light, can you see how it's just tipped? I probably could have put more in there, which it's too late now, but yeah. And that's it, that's all it is to do cupcakes. It's really not that hard. All I'm doing is giving it a nice even pressure as I go around. I'm not squeezing too hard or too fast. You've always got to keep your bag solid. So see how it's nice and solid now? So that's why I twist it at the end. And then that way, if your bag's nice and solid, you can give that even pressure as you're twirling around. This is my preferred tip out of all of them. It's I'm not entirely sure what it's called, but it's the closed over one. I don't know if you can see it or not. Ugh. Oh, twist thing, will ya? I'm sitting waiting for this bloody oil to cool down. I thought I'd show you how I was going to decorate the Cranky Cupcakes, which is what I'm calling them. I just mixed up more of this latte mica in some sunflower oil. I threw in a bit of blizzard glitter. Oh my god, this stuff, like seriously, I will have snot glitter tomorrow because it just, like you probably can you see that? All the little glitteries? It's insane, this stuff. It's like you could coat your lungs with it. It's that wicked. I'm not sure if that's a good thing or a bad thing, but yeah. So anyway, so I guess I've just mixed it up and I'm just going to, you can see I've done one. All I'm just doing is just drizzling it over the top to make it sort of look like a bit of a chocolate sauce. Better check to see if you can actually see what the hell I'm doing. Can you see what I'm doing? Yes, you can see what I'm doing. There we go. What do you reckon? I think they look pretty spiffy. Can you see them? I think they look pretty good. Gonna see if I can get you up a bit closer. So oh, it's not going to focus. Camera's an idiot. Hello, focus. No, no focus. Whatever. Stupid thing. You know why it won't focus when you want it to, but when you don't want it to. Like I'll go through these things and I'll be editing them and I'll realise that, you know, the camera for some unknown reason has just unfocused itself. Here you go, something I'll show you. I just wiped mica and it's not coming off, right? So I have a bottle, I always have at least one bottle floating around of, it's just isopropyl alcohol. This is 99%, I think. I got it off eBay. Yep. That's it. Shit's amazing. You can do all sorts of things with that. You know, squirt it at people and they run away. Alright, that's it. Bye.